I'm not going to show at the top of you when I do this. I'm going to show them what we're up to.
You can put me on there, Dad. I'm all over TikTok. That ain't gonna bother me.
Now, to family and friends doing my vlog today, Brandon's back from the hospital. He does have some problems. One thing Brandon decided, and I decided with him, we're going to approach this YouTube thing as a business. Not this channel. This is just family and friends. But I'm getting ready to do another channel, 100% complete. Don't turn off your computer. Bo, if that thing turns off and stays off, oh, it didn't. Okay, hit welcome. Wait, it's still updating. What we're working on, so that you understand, is that right there. That's my oldest son, Brandon. That is his workstation. It's pretty much going to be his computer. And that's Linda's rooster out there. We've been in here for a little bit. We're doing an equipment run through. When I tell you that I put a young fortune into equipment, I'm not exaggerating, not lying. I don't remember what I paid for these, but I think I bought 4 of them. I gave 1 to Brandon, I gave 1 to Nick, I think, and I gave 1 to Dale for he and his son Mason to use to do videos, and I gave Brandon a second one to keep for me. So I forgot that I bought myself a replacement for this camera. He and I, after these things charge, we're going to go, and after I shoot this video, I'll continue updating on that computer over there. Got some killer wallpaper for it. It's a picture of Brandon and Ashton when Ashton was little bitty, and that's going to be the wallpaper on it. Linda's not feeling well. I'm doing okay. Bo and I went to Blue Moon Cafe for a late breakfast, early lunch. It was like 11 o'clock. Benjamin's out cleaning his yard up. Everybody's working hard right now. And Bo and I are doing a minor equipment run through. He goes back to work Monday, but in the meantime, he and I are going to be in this office. This is his office too, and he and I are going to be partners on this deal.
Sorry.
Not a big deal, and we'll get you a trash can for over there.
Yeah.
We've got a ton of stuff to do, and like I explained to Brendan coming home, I've been on major projects that I was going to utilize to make money off of 4 times. This is the 5th. Those 4 times I got burnt by somebody, every time. And this time it's all going to be in-house. My producer that was going to help produce this, he still might, and I'll still shoot the TV series, but all the T's are going to be crossed and I's dotted, and in the meantime, Brandon and I are going to do a YouTube business. He's going to do his, I'm going to do mine, and they'll probably cross paths every now and then. But it's about, anytime you go into a home-based business, regardless what it is, and that is one of Linda's silky roosters. I think she's only got 1 left out there crowing to let everybody know he's alive and he's not a female. But Anyway, I've got a ton of stuff that I'm involved in, and it's all toward helping the whole family, and that includes family and friends watching this. There he is again. I'm a hay chicken. Okay. I don't know how long it's going to take for this thing to charge. I don't know if it's even doing anything. It might have just shut off. Let me unplug it and plug it back in and see if it starts. Yeah, welcome. Yeah, it's got a very low battery. It's and I don't know what all that does. Let me get my reading glasses on. It's kind of a deal. I've got to do you push that button or twist that button? I don't know. There you go. It's still charging. I'm going to let it do that. I've got one of these cables, like it goes to that camera in one of these drawers. And I've got extra chargers of all different kinds. I just haven't. Brandon, if I give you my 6-shooter, would you go shoot that stupid rooster so he'll quit crowing? Sure, Dad, I'll do it right now. I don't care that Mom would kill me in my sleep.
Yeah, no, I don't think so. She would, too. I don't care how old she is. She would get me.
Anyway, I have a guy I watch. He's not a friend of mine, but his name's Heath Skinner. He lives up in Idaho. He and his wife Cedar and 3 of their children that are still at home. And he bought 43 acres up there, and he calls it Red Poppy Ranch. And he did a video last night, and he was talking about swapping out poultry every year. But then Linda and I were watching that last night, and he said, I would, but Cedar falls in love with every chicken we get. And I looked at Linda and said, boy, that sounds a lot like you. Yeah, go, sisters, what Linda said. You know, but she's got ducks, she's got chickens, and Mom, I'm going to film them one of these days. I might do it with this little camera and then launch it later. I don't know. We're going to have to figure this stuff out, Bo and I are, and we've not had a chance yet. This is the very first day he and I have both sat down and figured we're going to do this. And I've got so much equipment I've got to run through. I've got a whole locker of it over there. I did not get my van done yesterday. I've got 4 days to get it done, count today, before Bo goes back to work. The reason I didn't, I finished formatting that computer over there. It wasn't quite finished. Now we're doing updates. I got to continue doing that. And then when I get done with that, I've got to upload OpenShot software into it for video editing. And after all that, then we got to do equipment run through. After all that, I got to get my van fixed. After all that, I've got to set things up in here so I can record my music instead of using YouTube's music. Why would I do that? Because when Bo and I do what we're going to do, it's going to be trademarked and copyrighted. I'm not doing someone else's music, even though it's considered free. That's not how I'm going to do it. I am a musician. I've been doing it since I was little, and I'm just going to do my own stuff. That is how it's going to Linda's not feeling well. She was in the house, and I don't know how long Bo and I are going to be out here. Probably going to take my van, and he and I take my van, and I hook up a couple of these chargers and then go film stuff out of the van just to see how it functions. Then again, we may not. I don't know. Might just get Bo to take one of them and film what like going to town to, and it won't be posted anywhere. We're just going to see the quality of the little cameras. And I lost my train of thought. It is a pain getting old. All of a sudden, poof, it just evaporates out of my head. Wow, that's pretty neat. These little things here that the back of the packaging was screwed to the DJ sound mixer I bought, even though it's a toy. Let me show you real quick. It's just a sound effects machine, and I've got the same type of stuff in that other monster computer. The difference is this one doesn't use copious amounts of electricity to operate. It uses 3 AA batteries. That other one, because it's like this one, only more massive, it uses a lot of juice. And the master volume up, rhythm volume up, tempo up. Let's try that. See if it'll slow down. Yeah. And I'll turn it off in the back. It's got a master on and off switch. I've also got a mini laptop I've not taken out and did a run through on it. I got a bunch of stuff like that we've got to do, and it's a slow process. I am going to start a channel called Adventures Into the Strange. The reason I've not done so yet is because you've got to have something to put on it, and I'll probably go get some of that tomorrow maybe. I don't know. Linda is not feeling well. She never feels well, and it's not due to inactivity or lethargy or anything like that. She survived stage 4 cancer, then she had COVID, and she's not well. And Brandon's not well. He's got some lung problems, but he's got medication for it and blood pressure medication. So he just spent 2 days in the Indian hospital, and I guess they treated you okay, didn't they?
Yeah.
But anyway, I haven't really looked at the situation in Ukraine today. I got up, I got to bed really late. Not as late as the night before last, but I got to bed about midnight 30. Couldn't get comfortable. I don't know when I passed out and fell asleep, but I got up and about 8:30. Aurora comes tapping on her door. I had to put a shirt on, and she said, "Bo's getting discharged." So I got dressed and I called Brandon, and everything worked like clockwork. But yesterday was a horrible day. I won't tell you all the ins and particulars, but I will tell you part of it. I went to Walmart. Linda and I did. She was buying houseplants cheap. She loves houseplants, fine. We've got to also fix a deal so the goats will stop eating them so she can set them outside. Anyway, she was in there and I was waiting in line to put money on a burner card. I've explained on here before, I don't use a bank card usually because I've been stolen from. So I went and I put money on a burner card, Walmart debit card. And while I was in line waiting to do that, I hear behind me somebody saying, "You effing B," to one of the little cashiers that had shut that terminal down, and he was cussing her roundly. That doesn't work for me. I'm getting ready to confess to what probably would have gotten me in trouble. As all of you know, I carry this with me. I'm legally allowed to. I'm really good with one, have been since I was little. My daddy was a marksman. He taught me the same difference. But I had that under the bib in my overalls. I use 2 walking canes to get around because my legs don't function well. And I will not relegate myself to a wheelchair full time, but I was in one of the electric carts there at Walmart. And I hear this guy behind me, so I whip around and get behind him. And he's cussing this gal up one side and down the other. I won't say what name they gave me for him. He's older, not as old as me, a lot bigger than me, bald-headed, claims to have been a retired police officer and a retired Army Ranger. Well, the retired part's absolute BS, and he wasn't an Army Ranger. He worked for Blackwater. So I was thinking, what am I going to do here? Because I wanted to take him down and teach him some manners. And if I hadn't had that shooter under my bib, that probably would have happened. Well, I don't need to be that guy anymore. I really don't. I used to get in trouble for stuff like that quite a bit. I hate bullies. So I was thinking, well, I'd have to put this shooter down in the basket of the go-kart that I was in, and then it would have caused a lot of problems. But I basically interceded on the gal's behalf, and the other women there, he was rude. And so I told this one manager lady, you know, I'm sorry, but he was wrong. And she shook my hand and said, "Thank you." And I said, "Who is that?" Found out who he was. I haven't done a full spectrum on him yet. I'm not going to let it go, but I'm not going to physically go accost this guy. There are different avenues you can take for someone like that. I think he's a mesopath, meaning he hates women. There's a gal that works there. She's petite, tiny. He towers over, shoot, he towers over me. But I despise people like that. It goes against everything I believe in, everything I am, for someone to treat a woman like that.
Same for me.
Same for Bo. You see, the deal is, the most in my formative years when I was growing up, I had some really strong women help instill in me, and a really strong grandpa, that you have respect for women. Most of the lessons I learned in life were from Artie Mae Shockley, my aunts, my birth mother, and Mom that's watching this. I learned some from you too. There is no reason for a huge man like that to browbeat a small woman or any woman. That's not acceptable behavior. So that's how my day went yesterday afternoon. It put me in a bad mood. I was totally eaten up with it. Linda said, "Go get a bath and eat something, you'll feel better." And I watched a little stuff on YouTube in the parlor, and then I went into the bedroom and watched stuff with Linda. It did get me feeling a little better, but I had bad thoughts about him all night. That's on me. I had to repent about it, but I'm not going to let it just lay down and die. I'm going to do a cursory and in-depth examination of this guy's background. I'm one of those guys that I have the capability to really mess somebody up if I want to, both legally and physically. Physically, I don't do that anymore. But that kind of behavior, there's no excuse for it. None at all. But that's my day yesterday. Mom, John, I love you. I hope you're doing well. My brother Michael, I love you. I hope you're doing well. My sister Randy and her husband and Edmund, I hope you're doing well. Praying for all of you. My buddy Chris Kimball in Florida, love you, and I hope you're doing well. My buddy Monty, M-O-N-T-Y Jones in L-O-N-E Grove, America, hope you're doing well. Love you and yours. And to my good friend Shelly Dion in Illinois, I'm still praying for your mother. I'm not going to stop praying for your mom and you and everybody else up there. And I hope you're doing well. And to my buddy David Talaga in Illinois, still praying for you. I hope you're doing well. And to my friend Jackie Brill, S-A-N-D-S in Tennessee, praying for you. Hope you and yours are doing well. And Brandon, the reason I spell that out is when this goes on YouTube and it has a closed caption, I guess I don't talk good enough because it, like Chris Kimball, it spells his name C-A-M-B, Campbell, and it's Kimball.
TikTok does that to me all the time.
I guess it's that Southern Okie brogue. Love all of you. God bless you. And like that sign up there behind my head says, be kind. Just be kind. Love you. God bless you, and bye.